Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we got another True Wireless. This is a new company. I didn't hear of this company until recently, and I've used their product, and I gotta say that these products are really interesting. And we're going to look at the first of the bunch. I actually got two different kinds here. We have this one here, which has the multi-array microphone for phone calls and stuff. Both of these feature Bluetooth 5.1 and quick charge. See, these have 4 mics for noise canceling. And then we have this pair, which we're actually reviewing right now. And this one has ANC. Wow, does it do a good job of ANC. These also have the Bluetooth 5.1. And we're going to look at these again. Kind of looks like the shape of the Apple products. Here's the information on the back. And you get some tips in there and the charging cable. And we're going to look at the device right now. Looks very familiar, doesn't it? It's that standard shape that we're used to. It's got a little button right here for the pairing. You open the case up, and there they are inside, charging away in their charging cradle. And we're going to pull them out. And they just actually I forgot I used these on the television. So there is a control right here where you touch that and you can activate 3 different modes with these. Overall, I found these comfortable. I mean, the shape is very familiar. It's kind of, a little different over here. It has this separate stick-looking thing, and then there's the shape. But this shape fits in your ear quite well, especially with these tips. And really comfortable for a long period of use. This thing's lightweight. Connected pretty easily. I didn't have any problems connecting. Nothing out of the ordinary with the connection, even roaming around. You didn't have too many. Sometimes you hit a spot where there's just it just knocks the signal off a little bit, but then it comes right back, so that's good. There's no major problems connecting there. Phone calls sounded decent, even outdoors. They did a good job of taking phone calls as well. The ANC now, we're going to get into that. Obviously, the comfort and everything was good on these. Build quality is as expected. The charge, they held a charge a long time. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have a chance to run these down because the charge lasted quite some while. I took these on a trip with me, too, the other day to test them out. Both of them, actually, and I took turns with them. ANC works good. It's immediately noticeable. There's an immediate boost in the lower end and the highs with that. That's typical with ANC. A lot of ANCs boost. Thank God this is one of the ones that when it boosts, it's not worse. There are a couple of companies out there, Bluetooth, that the ANC just made a mockery of the music. It got extremely low in volume and everything. These are not one of those. These did a decent job. It actually boosted it to the point where I actually liked it better when it was in ANC mode. Now that said, you can have the ANC on, you can have the ANC off, and which is nice out of a lot of these other true wireless ones that I have, this one has pass-through. And for something in this price range, I think it was under $50. That's good. I like that. I like that feature because that's the feature that you want to have. You press it, it says pass-through, which is also called ambient in some things, and you can allowed to hear everything. It kind of boosts the sound. That's good for older people too that have hearing problems. They can put these in. They can listen to the news or their podcast, and they can also hear the environment around them without having to pull these out and say, "Hey," because there's always somebody that's going to want to talk to you the minute you put headphones on. It's just some kind of thing of nature, and there's a little touch control right there. You can see that little divot. So overall sound on these, this is Bluetooth, and this uses the lower code. This uses SBC and is it ACC? I always get that confused, to be quite honest. I used to actually set that manually on my phone, but the new phone that I have, thank God, it does a good job of doing that. So looking here, At the specs, it is a 10mm dynamic driver. It's got 10 meters operation range, approximately 2 hours, 50 hours for standby, the music time 5 hours of listening time on it, not counting the charging cradle. Bluetooth 5.0. Yeah, that's basically all that's on here. I don't know if these have an IPX rating or anything on them, but they do have that nice ambient mode. Excuse my bruising my finger. I tried pulling off the MMCX off a certain brand, and it just was nearly impossible to do, but I managed to get it off. So they look nice. They really decent. They kind of fit in this little hole right there. And then there's a magnet that holds them in the shape. It's kind of unusual that it goes down in the hole like that, but they're definitely in there secure. You don't have to worry about these guys ever coming out. I mean, they're just not going to do it. And you get your little pod, and I don't know if these come in white or not. If they came in white, people would honestly think you have the Pro version of the Apple one, because they really do have that similar shape to them. I like them. Now, how are we going to describe the sound? I was shocked at the sound of these. These are super musical, dynamic sounding earphones. If you're looking for something with some incredible details, uh, you shouldn't be looking at True Wireless in the first place. There are a lot of really higher end True Wirelesses that can deliver on that front, but most are more of the fun, take to the gym type, convenience type listening. It's not going to be highly detailed. It's just going to be quite enjoyable. These things have some really good lower end, and the only thing I can compare them to that I can think of in like True Wireless would be like my Beats. Really good controlled thing. And talk about Beats all you like. They really do bass good. It is just a really good controlled deep bass. And overall, the bass was just really punchy, had a nice deepness. The mid basses had authority as well. The mids were clear. They weren't. There weren't a lot of recession there. It had some good soundstage as well, so that should be noted. Overall imaging was average, but soundstage was decent. Bass is superb on these, and mids are clear. They have some warmth to them, obviously, so they're warm and lush. Highs have some sparkle to them. I wouldn't consider them overly detailed. More of just relaxed kind of highs. Definitely no tinniness or no splashiness there. So overall, the performance was nice. It's musical. It's dynamic. It's a fun V shape, a standard, nice V shape with that deep bass, a rumble to them, similar to much more expensive like Apple and Beats ones. Obviously, not even close to Bose, because Bose is really just yeah. Hey, we all have the ones we like and we don't like. I personally like Beats over Bose any day of the week. Speaking about this brand, QCY, they really surprised me. And we'll be getting into the other ones. The other ones are actually, they have good bass, but these are more balanced sounding, whereas these are super fun sounding for people that like bass and want a nice bass, because bass is really good for when you're like working out and inspires you to hear that pounding bass and everything. And well, at times, you can't listen to that for like super long periods of time. It's really fun to listen to. So that's this in a nutshell. The connectiveness was good. It had a good connection. It was good for phone calls. The ANC works far better than 90% of the ones that come in the lower price range. Definitely. Now, I don't have the AirPods with me, but I would say that the ANC on this is on par with the much more expensive ones. The ANC did a really good job, and I like the pass-through as well. Ambient mode, if you will, worked great. So overall, these did very good, and I have actually a coupon code I'll include down in the description. I will give you a coupon code for these that I have, and yeah, I think a lot of people would enjoy these. If this sounds like something you can enjoy, uh, then I hope you do. I hope you get them and you end up liking them a lot. I did personally. I like them. What a fun sounding pair. Will I? This will be one pair that I definitely don't put away. I think I probably won't put away, either because I like the balanced sound of this. So this is the video for this, and we'll be doing the video for this shortly. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was informative, and please be safe.